Well, thank you. Tom, recently I put out my program to protect Canada's water, and one of the parts of that program was to ensure that we ban the bulk sale of water, and that's been something very important to our party. But I know you took a different position in the past, and I'm just wondering if you can clarify your position on banning the sale of bulk water.
Come on, Paul. I've always fought for the protection of our freshwater resources. The means of achieving that result can vary, and that was the object of a discussion, a debate. Look at the result. In Quebec, I have fought for a moratorium which has since been imposed on shale gas exploration, hydraulic fracturing, because of what it can do to our groundwater. No one has fought harder to preserve our natural resources from private interests than I have. That's why I resigned from Cabinet on a question of principle on the issue of Mount Orford, not to allow private developers to build condos. That's my track record, Paul.
No, and we all appreciated that, and I was one of the first people when you came on board with us to talk about that. But my question was very simple, actually, Tom, is are you against our country selling bulk water to other countries, particularly the United States? We actually passed a resolution this past spring in Vancouver that would ban the export of bulk water. So it's a very simple question. Are you in favor of that position, yes or no?
Paul, I answered that question. I told you that I am in favor of protecting our water resources, and I am opposed to bulk water exports. That is the party's position, but you know that that's my position. That's an attack that was used against me in 2007 by the Liberals, and it failed. That's an attack that was used against me in 2008 by the Liberals, and it failed. And you know why it failed? Because it wasn't true. I have always stood up to protect fresh water from bulk exports. You can debate things like whether it should be a restriction on the size of the container without being in favor of bulk exports, Paul. That's my stand, and it's always been my stand.
Well, appreciate that very much. Nathan Cullen.